Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo broke out the features of the next iPhone Fold on Thursday. Kuo claimed at the conclusion of his analysis will use the same high-density battery cells as the ultra-thin iPhone 17, the long-rumored iPhone 17 Air. Rumors so far indicate Apple is looking at a 3D stacked battery architecture for the phone. Phone batteries such as those used in the iPhone employ a rolling process. One rolls the anode, separator, and cathode into a cylindrical jelly roll. Piled batteries set the same three elements in layers, piled squarely atop one another like steps. More effective utilization of volume helps this design to boost battery energy density. Battery capacity is supposed to achieve at least a 10% increase using 3D layer technology. A leaker known as Digital Chat Station on Weibo indicated in a post that the iPhone 17 Air might feature a battery measuring between 3,000 mAh and 4,000 mAh. However, the secret sauce for this iPhone's outstanding battery life could be the C1 processor. Apple's 5G modem may not be the finest on the market, but it is surely the most power efficient. Rumors claim Apple wants to integrate it to the iPhone 17 Air. In addition to that, the iPhone 16e could hint to future design alterations for this new gadget, as Apple was able to rework the internal elements of the phone to incorporate a big, for an iPhone 4, 005 mAh battery. Of course, I'd expect the iPhone 17 Air may have a comparable battery life to an iPhone 13 Small, or at most marginally better, owing to software optimization and the new C1 processor. This smartphone will set the ground for the iPhone Fold, but we do have to remember that Apple's first foldable will feature a 7-inch plus display that will create way for bigger battery life, while the iPhone 17 Air will be condensed in a small design. Lastly, if Samsung launches the Galaxy S25 Edge first, we'll get a closer look at how the iPhone 17 Air would operate in actual use, since both handsets will likely have comparable features. Next, Apple's iPhone 17 Pro Max thickness revealed. By now, we have come across many updates surrounding the impending iPhone 17 series and its planned smartphone versions. Following these revisions, via a fresh update from a tipster, the thickness of the forthcoming iPhone 17 Pro Max gadget has been disclosed. The same source also disclosed its length, breadth, screen size, and bezels. Here's what we know so far on this. Okay, Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max, thickness, length, width, screen size, and bezels revealed. This news comes from the tipster Ice Universe, and according per his post, the iPhone 17 Pro Max model may probably be boasting a bigger body when compared to its predecessor, iPhone 16 Pro Max, 8.3mm thickness, and it is pointed out to be 8.725mm. This is around 0.4mm thicker than the previous variant. A schematic diagram of the iPhone 17 Pro Max gadget has also been released by the tipster, exposing design characteristics like the projected rear camera module situated at the top of the back panel, flat side panel with rounded edges, and action button and volume rockers at the left side panel. Additionally, the next iPhone 17 Pro Max model is also now expected to sport the same length, breadth, screen size, and bezels as last year's iPhone 16 Pro Max. Moreover, this identical length, 163mm, width, 77.6mm, screen size, 6.9, and bezel, 1.36mm, measurements will also likely be shared by the iPhone 17 Air smartphone too, and the only difference will be its decreased thickness of 5.501mm. Speaking further, Apple's iPhone 17 series is claimed to consist of the iPhone 17, iPhone 17 Air, iPhone 17 Pro, and iPhone 17 Pro Max models, and the CAD-based render pictures of all three smartphones were posted online late last month. Regarding the iPhone 17 Pro variants, the two were shown to feature a rectangular-shaped rear camera module with rounded sides, holding 3 camera sensors towards the left, along with an LED flash and additional sensor towards the right. A glass section is also featured on the two for wireless charging, and the speaker, microphone, and USB Type-C charging connector are situated at the bottom. Also, an update from a Chinese source stated that the Pro versions would still employ the same rear cameras, 48 megapixels, 1/1.3 aperture, main camera plus 48 megapixels, ultra-wide camera plus 48 megapixels, 5x zoom, periscope telephoto camera, but may include an updated 24 megapixels selfie camera. As typically, the tech industry anticipates the Cupertino-based smartphone company will introduce these next flagship models this year in the month of September or October 2025. More information and speculations will still be revealed in the next days, which will be giving more specifics about the new products. Again, in terms of configuration, according to experts like as Jeff Pu, Ming-Chi Kuo, the iPhone 17 Pro Max will be updated with 12 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM, which can execute Apple Intelligence services more smoothly. In addition, the iPhone 17 Pro Max will also feature a combined heat dissipation solution of vacuum cavity heatsink plate plus graphene heatsink for the first time. Finally, here are 5 reasons I feel you should wait for iPhone 17 Pro in September. Despite the inclusion of a 5x telephoto lens and Apple Intelligence, the iPhone 16 Pro still looks to be a very safe upgrade from Apple. It's one of the greatest smartphones on the market, but most iPhone 15 Pro users are unlikely to have an urgent need to replace their handset. Although there's not much information regarding the iPhone 17 Pro yet, it already appears like it may be a greater improvement than the previous iteration. 1. Bold new design. Since the arrival of the iPhone 14 Pro with Dynamic Island, there hasn't been much in the way of updates to the Pro line, but it appears like Apple is prepping something more intriguing this year. According to the trustworthy source John Prosser, the upcoming flagship iPhones may acquire certain elements from the current Pixel devices. The camera unit will extend over the back. The Dynamic Island is predicted to get smaller on the iPhone 17 Pro Max and iPhone 17 Air. 2. Significant boost in photography ability. The iPhone 16 Pro features 3 primary cameras on the rear. 2 of them, the primary and ultra-wide angle, are 48 megapixels apiece, while the 5x telephoto lens is restricted to 12 megapixels. Analyst Jeff Pu expects that in 2025, with the arrival of the iPhone 17 Pro, this telephoto lens will increase to 48 megapixels. The same predictions apply to the front camera. According to Pu, its resolution will improve from 12 megapixels to 24 megapixels. 3. Increase in working speed. In addition to the fact that the iPhone 14 uses the same processor as the iPhone 13 to highlight the benefits of the Pro models, Apple enhances the performance of new handsets every year. This year, the iPhone 17 Pro is anticipated to transition to the A19 processor. Although this is not expected to be the world's first device utilizing the 2-nanometer process, TSMC promises to offer an improved N3P technology that will boost the density of transistors. Simply expressed, we may anticipate even higher performance and energy efficiency. It's not yet known how great this improvement will be, but traditionally, iPhone processor updates deliver roughly a 10 to 20% gain in performance. 4. Faster charging at last. In addition to increased energy efficiency, which may lengthen battery life, it appears like we're in for an even more crucial upgrade in the way we charge. Investment business GEF Securities reports that all variants of the iPhone 17 family will enable 35-watt wired charging. This is a huge boost compared to the stated 20-watt capacity reported for the present lineup. It's worth mentioning that, in fact, iPhones frequently charge a bit quicker than the specification. For example, the iPhone 13 Pro Max accelerated to 27 watt back in 2021. However, the stated improvement in charging speed will still be a pleasant bonus, given the iPhone has been falling behind several rivals in this aspect. And although 35 watt is still far from the 100 watt of the OnePlus 13, it's a huge improvement. 5. The quantity of RAM may be raised. Thanks to the launch of Apple Intelligence, additional RAM was packed into the normal iPhone 16 last year, so it's no surprise that in 2025, the Pro variants of the iPhone 17 should receive their own boost. Again, the expert Jeff Pu thinks that both the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max would feature 12 gigs of RAM, which is 4 gigs higher than the current versions. At the same time, another well-known expert, Ming-Chi Kuo, previously stated that the increase in RAM would only apply to the older Pro Max edition. If this is true, lovers of the compact format may be disappointed. If we put all the speculations together, we can claim that it is worth delaying from purchasing a new iPhone for a long. Compared to Apple's current flagship, the iPhone 17 Pro should feature greater performance, an improved telephoto lens, and quicker charging. As a reminder, the next version of iOS 18.4 is officially due in April, as Apple said. The first beta version is currently available for download, and important improvements are already being tested in the upgrade. We also stated that Apple is creating an improved conversational version of Siri in 2026 as part of iOS 19.4. According to sources, the corporation is presently behind the intended pace. So, stay tuned for more updates and information on the highly anticipated iPhone 17 series and witness the extraordinary future of Apple smartphones. See you in my next video. Peace out.